Greetings everyone and welcome to Endless Legends, to a new game by Amplitude Studios. Yes, the successor to Humankind more or less, so it's the same developers, and we're playing this one here now. It's once again a 4X strategy game and it's playing in a fantasy world, and Amplitude Studios was kind enough to give me a key to have a look at this very early preview of this game here, and we're already starting right away on a randomly generated map. And in the very first turn, as always, well, what do you need to do in the very first turn? Found a settlement, hopefully. And for this we can now start our capital. We just will have to check out where we have a good location, and we basically have two right now. I can take these two here, or I can take my time a bit more and scout. And I would actually like to do this and move my units a bit further over there just to see what we get out of that. The most important thing that I want to get going right now is growth, of course. So that is a good food amount, but also some industry. And there we would have it. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and found my first capital right away, somewhere down here. And with that, we're also getting a rested settlement bonus that is giving me an additional bonus then here on the growth of this one. Now, Garen's Rest is the name of my capital, right here in the center now of this map, in the territory of Vinderyatrix, right? And down here, we're starting with one pop now. This pop I can now put into one of my areas here, one of my specialities. So I could, for example, say, grow me some more food, and this speeds up my pop growth for the city, so I would like to go ahead and do this right away. We continue with my other units that we have. Uwe Rach is called, and this is one of my heroes. So we do have these hero units. They're very powerful and have special abilities, and they're also very fast on the field, so I'm gonna use him there for a bit of exploration. And we do the same thing with my Sentinel. This is a unit with a very high movement skill, so you can go around in big areas, and I'm gonna move him up there. We already have a neutral faction, the Black Hammers, down here. They're Slam, and 5 approval per pacified villages under protectorate on keeps districts. So if I assimilate them into my empire, which, well, we very much could do at some point. Now, what we need to do also for my capital is start the construction of something. For that, we have a bunch of options available here, right? And even landscaping. And the foundation is that we open up new tiles, right? For districts, we are opening up the districts that give me something. So here, for example, we have a very good food tile, right? That I would like to probably use for one of my improvements. But what I can see is there is an anomaly on this one here, and we cannot build a district upon an anomaly, unfortunately. So I'm just going to go ahead with the boost for now. Down here, though, we have a food, and here we have something with a bit of industry. That's a tile. And here I could now start with my worker improvement. I don't have farms yet, so I can't do that. So I'm starting with my worker improvement for now to get some industry going for this. And that's basically it. Next in line, let's have a look at my research. So the game is divided into several trees, right? Each one of them comes activated once we have reached a certain amount of tech. So right now we need 8 techs to unlock before we can go into Era 2, the Years of Toil. Right now we're in the Years of Survival, so here we need to start with it. And I would like to go ahead and start with probably, yeah, the farm right away. This gives me then a nice food boost to my cities that I want to have. Let's end the turn, the very first one. And we're pushing to turn 2. Now we have 2 currencies up there. That's the dust, so that's coin basically. And then we have the influence again. That's basically the same thing that we have in Humankind already as well. So we can use this influence to build new cities, new villages, new camps, and also attach these then to my capital and stuff like that. We found some provisions. This gives me, 40 health. Alright, we were already full on health, so this is not really giving me that much. Continuing down here, there we have another faction, the Consortium, and they would give me dust per pacified villages. Also, there is a bit more treasure down here that we can get. On the other side, we continue with my Sentinel, so also starting the exploration here. We are, by the way, also playing against 3 AI opponents here, right? So we don't know where they are, what they're doing is, and we can play up to turn 150 for this game. And just see how far we get. Now, this is it already. There's not that much more I can do. I can turn on my notifications and just see what actually all happened. Nothing too much yet. The game is gonna unlock a lot of stuff over the course of this game here, right? So we just will breeze through that and just see what happens, basically. What is this? I'm getting more health. I don't need this. We also have another consortium here, so there's those two now. And I think this looks like the end, but we'll just see how far we get down there. I could, by the way, also talk to them and parley, and they might even have a quest for me. Things are finally getting back to normal around here, not a minute too soon. I've got deliveries to make. And I'm Fair Talias, boss of the Consortium. They call me Mr. P. You need freight moved? A special package delivered? Interesting skills, but we don't need couriers. Now, sure you do. Everyone does. Shipment's running late, friend. That's like a necro tea party. Unthinkable. Alright, what about your reputation? Don't say it. I don't think it. I can't have that. You help us out, fix the situation. I'll personally guarantee a permanent discount. Alright, so we can help him finding a missing shipment and destroy the enemies that took it. 75 dust we get out of that, and we improve our relationship with these guys here. Let's begin this quest. Destroy the enemies. I don't know where they are, right? There is something down here that might help us on this quest. This is really interesting, right? Because we can then go both ways with them. We can improve our relationship and at some point just, you know, get them in our empire like this. Or we just could also conquer them, whatever happens. We have grown by another pop. That was fast. Very nice. And with that, we could push once again. And this would also reduce my turns for the next pop. So I'm actually going to push both people in right now that we have. This also gives me some additional coin out of that. But most important, that we are growing with more food, which is really the most important thing for me right now. Yeah, dense forests over here. In that case, not that much I can see. Oh, water. And we have a shallow water here. I cannot really see what's this one here. Looks like crystals of some sort. But there's nothing else here. So we continue up to the north. And my hero unit continues now over here. And we'll just see what that is. That's the enemy that we have. But they are pretty strong, right? If I attack them. It's probably not the best one. We're a bit weaker overall, right? But we have a hero unit. So this could help us out. Let's actually try this battle. And immediately deploy our units. So right now I cannot see them. We're just deploying, right? And I'm gonna end this turn already. And we'll just see where they're coming up. What? They're coming up over there. That's interesting. And they're now in the forest hiding, right? These are archers though. So they will not have the best things going for them. So let's attack them. And let's also attack them with my melees. There you go. Doing some nice amount of damage. Opponent's turn once again. Attacking my hero unit is pretty dangerous for me. But if we lose the hero unit, that's not a big deal. Because he's just resting then, right? Let's just see. We should be able to take care of this guy here. Let's just have a look. Almost. And I would probably kill them off now. There you go. We're probably going to lose my hero unit next turn. But that's okay. Because we still have my infantry, and the infantry is stronger. But they're faster, I guess. We can also speed up the animations here. Gonna use the advantage of the higher terrain. Down they are, and with that we have defeated them. And also we finished the quest. And they learned a little respect for my connections. I got my shipment back and got my reputation sparkly clean. We get the coin and conclude the quest. There you go. My hero will have to rest though now for a bit, right? But that's okay. There's nothing else down here, so I'm continuing with my other survivors here up in the north again. Let's end the turn. There's also the next pop is coming along right now. Oh, we found a bow. This is an item we can use on my hero unit. Once we have our hero back again. The missing youth. 20 winters have passed since the mantle of leadership fell on General Shaparenko. Yet she could remember no harder time. The devastation of the storms have scarred many kin, and the ensuing starfalls have stirred ancient memories of their own times, traveling the heavens. Sermons are more evangelic, congregations greater, and canticles sung with uncalled seal. Garen's legend burns brighter than ever, with many kin desperate for their lost leader to return from the wilds and relight their path. For the leader of the kin, it is a testing time. And I pray you disturb me for good reasons. That is Bodo Hadrada, so he's one of my advisors. And spit it out then, what's going on? Well, Pritzia is missing. Alright, another one determined to retrace the great commander Garen's footsteps, no doubt. And what do? Search the mosaic holes with a hero, and we get some coin out of that. Where is that? That's over there. That's the mosaic holes. We need to wait for my hero to come back though. Okay, there could be something here potentially, so we're gonna keep this one open. This is already it, right? And up there is a path, and there is perhaps a path. No, there's nothing. Continue over there. We, by the way, could found another camp somewhere over here. There would be some food here, production especially. Now we lack production in the capital, so it might be a good idea to actually get me a camp that gives me lots of production in another territory. So this might be something. We have researched the farm. Very good. Fencing has been researched. I would like to go down here and just see, very nice, a treasure that we can collect. 4 more turns for the works to finish, and then we would have the farm right away. For my next hack, let's check it out. There is something that gives me the currency to explore, to harvest, to mine, and then to profit. And that gives me a merchant's house and +4 coin on the capital. Or the scientific charter that gives me the laboratory, and this one here boosts my science and influence output. That sounds pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get this one. Beside the farm, I don't really have a priority right now. Got another pop coming up now, and this one here we can work now in my production, right? So we speed it up. Is it sped up a lot? Yes, by 1 turn. That's actually not so bad. So I'm gonna keep this one in my industry sector now. This sounds like a very good territory here for me, honestly, and I'm gonna push it. This is gonna be camp number 2 now that we can get the Acylus Primus. Alright, we also found something, 30 dust in this treasury here. Also, my hero has come back. We could use, there it is again, Uwe, and we could use him then right away for this quest, but should we send him in alone? I'm not so certain about this one. And by the way, also what we can do with him, let's have a look at his gear, because we can now equip him also this bow that we found, right? The bow, there it is. And it's already equipped with him. Very good. Gives me a bit of a damage improvement here. Let's just go. Let's send him over. Just see what happens. Okay, this is a dead end. We are moving then further up here into this direction. Ending the turn and also finishing one of my improvements now. And this also gives me now, yeah, the game also gives me nice smaller missions that we can do here. This is now the new district that we have, and now I would like to go with a farm most likely. The question is where. I think this one here is my best bet. This also gives me influence on top of that, and the farm. Let's go ahead and get this one going. Now let's have a look at this quest here that we had. I think. Oh, wait a second. This one? This one's finished already. It actually said 3 turns, but it is finished faster than I thought. Let's continue further north, because I'm pretty sure there's more to find. Oh, there's also a company. These are not the besties. I'm probably going to move my other troops back again to my hero then here. They might attack. Alright, this could be dangerous for us, and I don't want to risk my hero again. So let's just go ahead and get this one done. Could also get my sentinels back. Nah, they're retreating. Nice. Okay, dead end once again. So this really is a dead end now. So this is going to be my new territory that we have. And I'm going to move further down to the south again. You guys could actually heal. You're a bit damaged. Let's heal for this turn. Okay, these guys are gone, so let's have a look at that quest again then. Sentinels are coming down. And deep in the ancient ruins, the search party finds Pritzia badly injured. And you're lucky we found you. In winters past, the Necrophage have swarmed out of the depths of these ruins. You pay a lot for this obsession. And I'm happy to pay. Someone must seek the truth. And you have the best interest of the kin at heart. That is commendable. We all want to learn the truth, but your methods are disrespectful. Okay, so you saw someone across the ruins. It might have been Garen. And maybe that was fortunate. Whoever you saw, I'd stake my life it wasn't Garen. Now, we need to get back. General, our scouts have sighted Necrophage in the vicinity. We must have disturbed the nest. Alright, all kin to arms. Let's see what we do. We have a new quest. Destroy the Necro Horde. Over there they are, Necro Horde. They're not that strong, but of course they might still pose a challenge to me. So I'm gonna push my troops now back into my capital. I'm gonna merge them together. Can we do this turn? No, we can't. And there's also now the Black Hammers. There is actually the camp of these buggers here, right? That are in the area. So gotta be careful there to not disturb them further. I'm actually gonna get my sentinels back home now too, because there's nothing here to scout anymore. We have 26 influence, by the way. Attaching it will cost me 100. So we should keep a close look on that as well. Let's merge my troops. Can we get the sentinels in too? Yes, we can. With that, we got now the full 3 force available with a power of 286. Should be enough to destroy these necrophages, right? So let's go for the manual battle again. Just check it out. My hero stays behind. Could probably push into the forest there. And then we have my sentinels and my melees. Let's actually... I think we could stay here. This is a higher elevated terrain. This is also a position of advantage. So I'm gonna stick around for now. Oh, wow. That's a feeder swarm. Oh, look at that. They can actually get into my territory? That's confusing to me, because this is barricaded. I thought this is blocked. Interesting that that is actually possible. Okay. Yeah, and they're attacking my archer, of course. We will need to take care of them. There you go. Now it's only this, whatever that is. Feeders, larvae. Pretty weak overall. There you go. Defeated them. And the enemies stay slain, still as menacing as the day I first set my eyes on them. And we get 75 influence. General, our chosen units are close to full readiness. Meanwhile, I recommend we get as many hands on deck as we can muster. For what? Exactly, for whatever's coming. Emperor Selevas would be proud. And have up 3 populations as artisans in Garen's Rest, another quest. I have a feeling this is my main quest that we're following along here. I have no idea. We got the influence though, so I could attach this one here now to my city. And I'm gonna do this to Garen's Rest. There you go. And with that, Garen's Rest is profiting now from the bonuses we're getting out of this. So this is now 1 unit, more or less. And yeah, we have increased our industry by quite a bit. So that we have now more industry than food. And we have 1 here in science. And I'm pretty happy with how this looks right now. The farm will also finish quickly. So that is something I can do. For research, we have finished the laboratory. And I'm probably pushing now into currency. There's so many choices here. Or the forum. Or we're going... Yeah, defense on units. The strength of Garen. This is a passive bonus we get. I would like to go ahead with this. And end the turn. Okay, there's my unit again. We have the Black Hammers down there. Should I take them in? Could also find a quest for them again. Up here we have also the Black Hammers. They don't seem to be so friendly though. So I might just try and take them out. And, oh, okay. Bribe in exchange for coin. This one village will grant a minor faction unit and be pacified, which means they no longer spawn roaming units. When under the protectorate of a major faction, it will also provide a protectorate bonus. Alright, it would cost me 300 dust, but we would have that coin. We could also parley with them and pacify them. Or, of course, we could also destroy them. Since I don't want to have them so close, I'm actually going to destroy them. And I'm going to make an instant resolution this time, just to see how that works. And in this case here, we got a victory out of that, got some coin out of that. We lost some health, but that's okay, and defeated both of these guys. There you go. And can we loot this now? Ah, we can rebuild it to actually get something out of it. Okay, gonna do this. Also, my hero leveled up. Let's have a look at his profile there. And with this, we can assign now skills to this hero here. And holy cow, it's a lot. I usually like to have my heroes as supporters. So in this case here, we do have the supported attack. When attacking a unit adjacent to a friendly unit, adds 15% damage per adjacent friendly unit. This is a pretty nice perk, and I'm gonna go ahead and assign one of them. We actually have 2 points though available. Do we? Nah, just one. Now we got this one.
Of Sheridan, a time of great upheaval is upon us. As the heavens open, remember our creed and stand strong against the horrors of the night.
All right. Council seat unlocked. And there you go. We have now the council. And we got 2 seats that we have right now. And here I can appoint now councillors, and they would give me bonuses. We got our own hero here. He gives me industry on the capital. We got also this guy here, this guy, and this guy. Oh, it's all just for industry. And 100% experience on units. And plus 2 movement points. This sounds pretty neat. I'm gonna go ahead with the 15 industry on the capital. And then for this one here... this is pretty similar, right? District improvement or district? Yeah, let's go with the experience on units. I like this. Validate this one. If we want to reassign the council, it will cost me then some coin that we need to spend. Alright, you guys are gonna heal up. The weather is changing, by the way. So, we're in a different era now. A monsoon has come. So, the rainy season. Gonna end the turn. We are about to finish the village here, I think. There you go. The black hammers. Oh, wait a second. What is this? We have gotten them back. It's the same people again. It's the black hammers once again. What is this? I thought we were getting an improvement out of it. Nope, we have actually rebuilt those that we destroyed. Can we do something with them now? Okay, no, they've been pacified now, right? So they're in the empire now. Nothing I can do about them anymore. That's great. There's something over there that I would like to look for. Now we got another pop. Would we speed it up? By 1 turn, but I'd rather also get me some influence that we need for the next camp. And then we should go for a new improvement in my... Or, by the way, we could also train some units. I think this might not be so bad. Let's train some units. The rains are causing alarm everywhere. That is hardly surprising. No one is more worried than I that of all our efforts may simply be washed away. We have some ideas. Reinforce the foundations of our buildings. Let us join hands in solemn prayer. Or we must improve our drains. We get 2 pops, but we lose industry. We lose coin, but we get a +5 defense. And we have a lot of coins. I'm gonna go ahead with the... coin investment, right? We have way too much of that anyway. Also, we research the next attack. This gives me now a nice bonus, and we have gotten the treasury out of this one here. There's a new unit, once again, company. And then we have a giant orchids. Okay, they're attacking. I can't do anything here. I just see they're not that much stronger, so let's actually go ahead and have a manual battle again. And for this, once more, I would like to know where they spawn. They spawn over there. There is territory advantage here. So I'm gonna move both of them in. and my archer to the back here, behind the lines. Is it only melees? It's only melees. That's making things a bit easier. Gonna push a bit forward. Can we attack already? Yes, we can. Making the first shot. I'm gonna keep those though as my defense. Nah, that's a bad position for you here, as we have the higher ground. Already dead. Should we stand here? We could activate the defensive position. This gives me more defensive bonuses. So I'm gonna activate this one for my 2 melees here. He seems confused. He doesn't want to get out of there. It's just one unit, honestly. Let's push forward. I don't care. I wanna destroy him ASAP. So let him just come. We still have the higher ground bonus here, by the way, once again. Dead. Got some coin out of that. Some dust, you might call it. With that we can move forward. And perhaps can take them. Probably gonna take them. Not gonna make this one a manual again though, so we're gonna make it instant. We didn't lose anyone. And we got something out of it. That spiked cuirass. Health on the hero, damage on the hero, maximum damage, and defense on the hero. So this is a pretty nice item we got out of that. There's also some spoils over there that we can check out next. Let's have a look at this item though. There it is. Let's equip it. Next turn, we move. Casting idol found. Okay. Damage on the hero. This is once again something we can equip our hero with. Sounds very powerful, honestly. Also, we have companions now that we can add. Capture points. Resilience. Let's go with that. With our very first one. And then I would like to equip whatever we got. What is that? Oh, it cannot be equipped on him. Why not? It's the wrong type of equipment, so he cannot equip idols. So we need another hero for this. Alright, let's continue moving then further now into this direction. We haven't been here before. Oh, there's... Garen's Rest has still the hero that we finish, and that's it. There it is, another unit. Should be staying here for the defense of my capital. And then we can continue with more units to train. By the way, we also have this very powerful unit, the Chosen. You cannot build a Chosen because the cap has been reached. Okay, so I'm probably gonna build me another work district. And then another farm district over there. So we're gonna queue this in. Also, we're finishing another pop. That I can use now. There you go. And this pop could work now. Yes, speeding up my construction further. I think this is the best bet because we have a lot of construction to do right now. We continue further. There's something over here. And I think we're on an island. There's also, by the way, the missing youth here. So we could actually finish this one. 3 populations as artisans. We could just move 1 to artisan. Just for this quest, right? There it is. We finished. Oh, we finished the forum, the next tag, and the missing youth. The noise of industry and commerce rise from Garen's Rest's main thoroughfare. Beyond banners flutter in the breeze, and mouth-watering smells drift from the cooking pits. And the city thrives, but they're angry. Not with you, with Prisia. Word travels fast. They know of her defilement. Some are too zealous, I fear. We'll need to keep her out of the way while she recovers. And we get a chosen unit out of this. Okay. And news of Prisia's expedition to the Garen's Rest has spread like wildfire. Rumors that she sighted the messianic figure of Garen have only inflamed many kin's anger. Among the most faithful, spurred on by the church, there are calls for the resurrection of the Great Search, expeditions that sought to find their missing commander all those years ago. And what should we do? They're afraid. Garen offers them hope. And I do not. Our Messiah must have been quite the leader. I wish I'd been old enough to remember her. She was, the tales are embellished, but not ridiculously so. And so we are to ignore our fragile state and marshal our efforts into finding her again? Well, that I don't know. What I know is that most kin see her as our savior. Well, the burden of leadership. The truth is our resources are stretched thin. We cannot both search for Garrett and build our settlements. Okay. Searching for her, we need to destroy wild beasts and we get a circlet out of that. Or we build and we get rejuvenation 2 times. Let's search. Much as it pains me, the settlement will have to wait. I believe Lieutenant Breswes might have something to know. Ask me. Speak. Near the end, before she disappeared, she was attacked by monsters. She survived but lost her pack. If we can hunt down those beasts, we might find her belongings. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Wild beasts. There's not that much land here, so we should find these wild beasts quickly, hopefully. There's something down here again. There's always new things appearing, right? I like this. And, oh, there's something over here. A pitted rusty pipe protrudes from the ground, crackling, sparkling, and emitting the sound of lightning. Even stranger, there's a small tendril of dust waving above it, scintillating and lively, almost beckoning. And obviously, there are the bodies of many ocklings, dead and dazed, scattered around. So what should we do here? So these are the ones, unmourned dead. They give me a new quest, build a laboratory in Garen's Rest. That I can do. It was on my list anyway. And we should have finished it, by the way. Wait a second. That's the forum? No, there's the laboratory. We haven't finished it yet. There it is. 4 turns. And by the way, we can also build this new unit now. There it is, the Chosen. A very strong military unit, a Juggernaut, Righteous Wrath and Wall Breacher. Costs me some coin, 10. That's a lot, we only make 15 right now. I'm gonna wait on this. Oh, that's beautiful. And I think the weather changes again. Tidefall occurs. Oh, this is cool. New land is opening up, right? It goes there now, and in here and up there is also more. That's really, really sweet. We have more to explore. And I'm probably... I would like to continue here, honestly, because it's the closest to my capital. So we're gonna push over that little bridge there. And by the way, we also leveled up with the hero again. We gain an extra shield equal to 20% of the hero's health. Hero's damage. Let's go ahead and get this one. Okay, the farm. Another farm is being built now. And we're moving now into that area. Scientific charter has been researched. This is the laboratory that we can now finally build as well. Just on time as we finished the farm. And there's my laboratory. Let's go ahead and get this one done. And we need to create new foundations now soon. Because we're running out of space, right? And these foundations we can then do. This will cost me influence, however. So we will need to be very careful where we expend our capital. Especially since it's very expensive. 100 influence each. Okay, what do we find over here? Monsters. They already attack, I think. We also need 2 more attacks for the next age. Communal habitations gives me approval on the capital. We also have more experience gains on new units on cities. Let's go ahead with this. It's another nice passive bonus. And they attack. They are pretty strong, actually. Let's have a look at them. But it's not really their advantage here, right? We could actually just put the defense on this. They don't have any range units. So this is not going to be great for them. We also get the shield back again. And I can just attack here. I mean, let's also attack to speed it up. That's a beautiful, solid example of terrain bonus. I guess we don't have a special ability that we can use here, right? Could we use something on my hero? Scoped shot. When using this active skill, ignores the defense of the target, deals 80% of the hero's damage, deals extra damage per determination. Oh, this is a lot. There you go. Now it needs time to come back again. Yes. Dead. Get some spoils. 40 dust out of this. And we can now move into this one here. The Imperial Empire will rise again. Oh, okay. They're still in full force though. They're pretty strong. Let's make it instant. Dead. 140 dust we get out of this. And this treasure is ready for the taking. What is this? On Legendary, on Sentinel. There's a fortress over there. So we get more damage on Uwe Rach for 10 turns. More movement points especially. And I would like to move now over here. Oh, this could be hard to reach. Goes all the way over there. There's also something new here. This is in Haven. We have so much influence, by the way. We could found another settlement at this point, I think. Right? Yeah, 120 it costs me. So we could also think about this over here somewhere. My troops need to replenish anyway. And I would really like to queue in now my Juggernaut. Right? Because there's gonna be some fighting ahead, I think. Let's end the turn. And rest. We have a lot of dust. Can I use this dust somehow to instantly build something? Buyout. We can do this. And scholars equipped with heat-shielded suits and specialized instruments descend into the underworld, determined to uncover its mysteries. So, what have we learned from this vault? Little sadly, the complexity of the machinery confounds our scholars, seemingly beyond their comprehension. Another mystery left by the ancients? It would seem so. The machine's function hasn't been ascertained, but its pattern of operation has been linked to the periodic changes that wreak havoc in this world. In other words, we can use it to foretell the date of the next tidefall. That's good. And we get even more dust out of this completion that we had over here. Now, in that case, we would have now the Chosen. We could instantly finish him, by the way. Do we have something else after this, though? Still cannot do anything with this improvement. No, we are running out of... We're actually running out of space then. So I need to purchase another improvement now. Could build another farm. We're very low on food, in fact. So this might be my go-to. Let's purchase this area and then build us a farm on top of it. I'm not gonna speed up because there's no use in this, right? We're running out of space anyway at some point now. Okay, they have been healed again a bit. There are... This looks like wild beasts to me. Gonna move over there. Oh, there's also something down here that I would like to take. And then there's another unit over there. Enemies they are. Also, once again, we leveled up. And we could use this. More experience. Also found another minor faction. Oh, there's lots of stuff over there. Holy cow, this tide thing really opened up the map into lots of different directions. Okay, this one gonna take a while, and yeah, if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to leave a like behind Endless Legends 2. I'm enjoying it a lot right now, and we continue onwards in the next episode. Stay tuned.